Call me Fuego, 93 like me. Fire in the sheets, spending summers on the sea. Quedo, she throw away home. Bev Hill life on Rodeo.
That may not had the best game in the first go around. It's a very even plane. It's going to cut the island in half. Everyone can go wherever they want to go. The circle, we'll see where that one goes. I for some reason I feel like this is going to go south, but yeah, fairly vanilla second game.
My spidey sense is telling me this is going north. I think anytime I see the plane path go anywhere near Oasis, through pretty much PCS2, we've been starting to see a lot more and more northern circles in that Cabrera kind of area. And I want to say that I want it because I think that it's difficult to fight for, and I think that it really makes for a good showing. To be a little bit slim, so a lot of opportunities for them to work with. We can see Dodge just below them, as well as Veritas. Shots from Haxetti out. He is going to get the knock onto Sharpshot. There you go, Haxetti. Getting one, but there's nobody else right now into that compound. Jazza making a run for it. Shots back out. Looks like Jazza is going to get there safely to try and pick up that res. But, I mean, there you go. Haxetti's just been such a key player here on Fabled.
Yeah, Haxetti has been huge. I think that's literally one of the best pickups they could have asked for. But Lampalot immediately going to get a knock here on Rip as he's alone fighting this team before.
I mean, look, a really great play right now coming out from Duel's going to finish the crash onto this compound. Haxetti rotating wide, looking for an angle here. Gets some damage, can't find the knock, just gets it there. Lampalot falls back down, but we see Danny G now has shots on Haxetti as well. Hella also flushed, so Greg Shot and Haxetti, last two still standing up for Fabled, as nades coming out now from Danny G.
These are some good zone grenades to kind of keep Haxetti at bay, and I really love Duel, pushing the initiative here. This is a team that has definitely struggled in the past, and I really like to see them kind of take control of their own fate, and they're just going for it. It's exactly what you want to see. Nice knock from Cherry.
I mean, Haxetti tried his best there, but ultimately was fallen down there. All that's left is Greg Shot. We can see Cherry off at distance. Beautiful. Is going to spot him out, but Wooly in the end with the headshot. Fabled goes out very early, 16th. After getting victory there on match number 1. Duel's going to have plenty of time to recover, though.
As well as McCoy. So now they have a nice duo to fight this, as Zenith finds themselves in a little bit of trouble now if they can't clean this up. Especially getting an early knock.
The biggest threat, of course, for Radiance is the fact that Snakers is still wide, taking shots on this from Oath, as Radiance will send two, as you said, out onto the God compounds, looking to take this away from Zenith and find some safety into the zone on the edge. As you can see in the minimap, just how many teams are in the area. Mystery, though, still upstairs as Kickstart waiting for them around the corner. So it's going to be really reliant on taking one or two members out on Zenith here, take out this 2-2 split. Both Leda and Roth are dealing with the rest of Oath right up ahead, and Waldo being very, very patient here.
This was just a really well executed time to kind of make this happen. They are running out of time because the circle is starting to push in, but I feel like Radiance did recognize that the other duo was getting pressure not only by them but by Oath, and so they chose the right time to come in, but they can't get the knock. McCoy's going to go down. Waldo going for the trade. He's not going to get it, and now Radiance is starting to have their back against the wall.
Waldo, as we see right now, is kind of dancing around McCoy's body as Kickstart looking for another angle on the rest of Radiance as the team pushing in, trying to stay alive. But, oh, beautiful angle there. Will get the knock onto Waldo. It's waiting for the push from the rest of the team. This is still the edge of zone, and we're in phase 4, so rest of Radiance needs to make a play and push themselves right into Kickstart.
Nice.
Kickstart finds another one. Los goes down. All that's left is one more member here of Radiance. Can they find him out here? Gaxi working his way into the zone. Meanwhile, the circle has taken another hard shift away from this.
He waited too long. Yeah, he thought he heard something. He waited too long, and that first aid's not going to stick. So he's going to go down after a beautiful play, taking down 2. And Oath has been an absolute thorn in Zenith's side as they took down not only one of the members up top that was helping Kickstart hold that, but now they're going to wipe them out completely.
Yeah, with, taking out Leda, I think the biggest thing for Oath right now is, did they read the kill feed well enough to know that Gaxi is still up? We see Balefrost watching the angle onto this. And so it's going to be a bit of a tricky situation. Oath had been taking shots at both teams here. Meanwhile, as we see the rest of them, Balefrost actually is going to go wide along with Snakers. Try and get one more look at this compound to spot out what's left of Radiance. He will find him. Gaxi goes back out. And Radiance going out in 12th place. So the circle, though, as we saw, has shifted. And so now Liberate has been waiting on the backhand side of this. So Oath charging right into this, as we can already see shots coming back out.
Yep, and Oath, they've done a lot of work, but with the shift, as you said, these guys are going to have to work even more on that edge there on the east, and Liberate in a pretty decent position to receive that. It's just, Oath is going to have to frag out if they really want to get out of that. They do potentially have the option to kind of wrap a little more to the east, but regardless, they're either going to have to fight through Soniqs or they're going to have to fight through Liberate. It looks like they've chosen to fight through Liberate.
And ooh, nice nade there by Simply Mad, as Snakers is going to go down. Balefrost Relo looking for another angle onto this as their own utility comes back out in retaliation. Smokes out looking for a res here, but that Molotov by Matt is going to go just too far down the hill. Relo, meanwhile, getting hit by Guabi as he came up from the hill. J-Sank, however, is going to get at. It looks like Hardshift's trying to come into the backside of this fight.
Yeah, Adit was so far removed from his team. I'm not sure if he was stuck there or he's using it as a vantage point to get some information, but look at this. Ice Tech just burning through two members of Oath. And now Pat's going to have to run. He's the last one.
Pat actually is going to take a chance, try to take some more shots onto Liberate here, but found out in the end by Ice Tech as the barrel comes out and Liberate once again with a squad wipe, but immediately they have no time to drop their guard. They've got to deal with the hardships. Meanwhile, 303 once again finding themselves into conflict, this time with Comets. You see the Molotovs are out. Yaxley trying to survive this just a bit, and 303 is going to send one out the window. It's Landoon, but he's spotted by D-Treats, knocked and flushed out. And Honey Badger, D-Rich.
I really,
in two very different places.
Yeah, I really like watching these two teams fight because these are the two teams that were most improved over, the kind of the group stages in PCS2. And Comets, first game not necessarily going their way, but the way that they've been working the West here, the West Edge, has been quite impressive. They've picked up 2 kills. They've now, really forced themselves on the 303's position. They now have the compound, but they have still far to go. I mean, these guys have been working in from the West for a while now, cautiously moving in. We saw them rotate earlier in front of Hardships, and I like the way they've been playing so far, but this is still a rough bit of terrain for them to traverse.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Comet's only hope to get into the zone safely is to really go right to where we see D-Rich off into the distance. That's on the edge of zone. Honey Badger, the other member of 303, still alive, still out to the south, trapped actually by Jazza and Veritas. Meanwhile, Liberate managed to rotate back around, find a compound into safety, put some distance between themselves and Hardships, who now need to figure out how they're going to get themselves into the circle. We've got 10 teams up, 30 players still alive. You can see on the mini-map as well, Soniqs in a nice position inside the circle, is they're actually going to find a knock on shoot to kill.
Oh, Soniqs has been knocking and just putting so much damage on the field from their position, and they've been there for a while, man. This is kind of like I feel like a break for them, because Soniqs usually chases a circle. I think PUBG has finally been generous enough to give them one, and they've definitely not squandered that opportunity, let me tell you, as Icy Flex goes down.
Ooh, there you go. Soniqs right now with 4 kills and a knock to their name. You see shoot to kill, trying their best to recover as Illusion rotating in just to the other side of this ridge line. I think the biggest thing that's going to help out Illusion right now is the fact that Soniqs still have sight onto Alo and Civ. That said, when we take a look from their angle, Illusion has to worry as well about all the other teams that still have angle on this, and that's Comets.
Oh!
The teams down to the south, and Civ with a nade. Beautiful. We'll get that knock onto Adam. Shoot to kill,
man,
exactly
that landed
where Illusion is.
in Adam's mouth. I mean, that pretty much exploded right in his face. That was a disgustingly well-placed nade coming out from Civ. A little payback to an old teammate, maybe? I don't know.
Ooh. I think we go. I mean, back again to the south, right? This is what we knew was going to be a bit of a tricky situation. Honey Badger is already out to the zone. Jazza leaving just a bit late. Meanwhile, ATC fighting out for Hardships, that it's actually going to be Yaxley that gets that last kill onto Jazza. Meanwhile, look at this ATC nade back here, this time on the Hardships. J-Sank and Chubba go back out. Loeb's the last one still standing. And the utility is out in force right now.
Wow. That was synchronized grenading from Marslick and Norca. That was, dude, the grenade from Civ and then those 2 grenades that just came out of ATC were direct hits. I mean, man, those were so well placed.
We see ATC still with 3 up. The res has not come out onto Aguila just yet, being very mindful of the push from Comets. All of these teams, though, as we can see here, need to move north once again. Another hard shift from the circle comes back out, and this time Liberate as well is going to have to vacate their compound.
Yeah.
They have the opportunity to come back and pinch this.
This is rough for everyone that's
still
south.
out. Oh. I think the biggest break here is for Illusion and Shoot to Kill, who've been pinned down from Soniqs for quite some time. This time, the circle is, in fact, going to give them a little bit of a bone with this. But that said, we can see up in the high ground, all of those teams continuing to fight as they're going to have to come back down from this hill.
The biggest thing for those teams on the south, in, you know, Illusion and STK, is if they can capitalize on all these teams coming in from... sorry, those teams in the north to capitalize on these teams coming in from the south. Because these guys might cause problems for Soniqs, which will give the teams in the north the opportunity to kind of push forward. Loeb's
doing a number on to Liberate, but took a lot of damage from that as well. And Marcelic is going to get an easy flush out of this as Hardshift's eliminated into 8th place. ATC will win out the high ground, and as they migrate their way into the zone, still need to be mindful of Ice Tech, who's left behind from Liberate. Meanwhile, Comets trying to battle this out from Carnage at range. We're actually going to get taken down by ATC. Norcus getting Yaxley and D-Treats onto this, as well as some of the Soniqs. It looks like everybody's got an angle onto this fight.
And this is rough still, though, because the teams in the north can't really move. Soniqs has just been such a nuisance.
Ooh, he's on fire! Oh, Monty is going to take that out. Stray God put out of his misery, and Carnage Gaming eliminated into 6th place. You know, a molly and a smoke. I get it. It'd be easy mistake there.
I think he was just running out, just begging, like, shoot me, please. I'm suffering. Just looking for anyone in that smoke while he's on fire. But Comet's staying alive, you know, decent amount of kills as well and points. So anything that Monty can do at this point is going to be a huge plus for them. As ATC's 3 kills on Norcus, 3 on Marsalek, you know, we saw that great grenade combo coming out for them, but they're still in a rough position because once this edge goes out, I mean, Soniqs at this point is starting, you see Shrimzy starting to kind of coast out and move out of the compound to really get the angles, and this is exactly what Hypoc was talking about when he was talking about Veritas the last game, and I can't agree more, is that point of, you know, kind of moving out early when you don't necessarily need to really start to force your map control.
And we're seeing that come out right now from Soniqs as we take a look at the map as well. M1me anchored down behind as Tiggleton, Shrimzy, and Hwinn send it just a bit early to try to take out ATC and regain control of the south. Meanwhile, the circle did shift. Illusion is going to have to work their way in the zone. Shoot to Kill just barely in. Monty's Shack still in as well. And there you have Shrimzy and Tiggleton looking for that angle onto ATC. But this is going to take them right into Shoot to Kill.
Yeah, who's been there for so long, and here comes beautiful grenades. Utility has been on point for everyone using it in this this game. From all 64 players, it seems like. But SDK is going to go down. There's really nothing they can do about that sandwiched. And they're going to go out in 5th.
I mean, nades and Shoot to Kill, but this time that's how they die. Is there any better combo? But the best combo right now we're seeing from Soniqs, as we can still see 4 players up. They are going to lose Tiggleton in this transition, but they are going to take out a couple players for ATC. Melon falls as well. 7 kills right now to Soniqs' name. And they do have a little bit of safety and protection from Illusion for their current place standing. So with 4 teams still up, Top Dog falls down here for Illusion. Adam caught out on the edge of zone, trying to stay alive, but is still not in here. This is the end of Phase 8. They're not going to get much of a reprieve here, so they need to move very quickly and start taking out other members. They're taking shots onto this. Monty, I think, has got the angle, but so does Soniqs' M1me. Shots right there into Adam
They're
again.
still not in. I still don't think they're in. This is such a rough position for the last 2 members of Illusion here, as Adam is so low, and all the teams are just looking at
11 HP.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have much. He is, you know, he does have a boost going, but they don't really have much to play. Nox going to come out. It's actually be Monty. And now Freebie Please, the only one that stands for Illusion, as Soniqs is just wrapping back and forth, taking as much control as they possibly can, and I love to see this from them.
I mean, we're here into phase number 9. So you see the very tiny dot in the center of the mini-map. That is where the circle is going to close. And so Soniqs regain control on the map right now, looking for more damage onto ACC. Utility is out. Free Me Please was found by Shrimzy. There were last 2 teams, I think, still up. No, Monty, excuse me, was not found just yet. There we go. 10 kills for Soniqs. I think our observer was just a little bit further behind. Norcus last up. Any trolls eliminated? No, Monty has been up this entire time, you guys. I was wrong. And Comets now with 1 still standing. Look at this. Great play. And I think this is finally
7
the time
kills,
for
second.
Soniqs. This is going to be hard for Monty.
Whatever happens here for Monty, he's already done his job, and he's done it very well. Comets are going to be happy. He's going to run out, deny the points. I love it. In that situation, again, with your back against the blue, there's just no way I think he would have even seen a kill. A knock, maybe. There's no way he would have been able to clean it up. Denies the point. Well played to Monty. Comets is going to come out, but Soniqs comes out on top with a beautiful hold on that compound. This is one of those situations where we talk about where a team is kind of, you know, gifted circle. They get a good position and they don't use it. That's exactly what Soniqs did do. They used that position. They were given that opportunity. They farmed the kills. They did so much damage out there on the field, and you know, they took home that win. They earned that win 100%.